Watch TV. I was watching a game. They have this Kate Klimt or Clay Trude or whatever. The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like I couldn't let in the light. So you can take drugs to alter your brain activity to make you feel like you're not being extorted, exploited, manipulated, and living in a toxic carbon emission cesspool. Think that's going to help? Past the 40. Here's a blunt. Fuck, really? Get people. Can you believe how this guy talks? He says he's the Messiah. It'd be better to rip your eye out of your socket than it would be to lust after your buddy's girl. And if you put surveillance equipment in somebody's house to manipulate them with money and give them drugs to accept fucking and fighting over money with technology and killing yourself in the process with a toxic environment. Yeah, maybe I could describe to you what the Messiah is saying in the 21st century and how it would translate from first century to 21st century, asshole. You're a self-righteous, pretentious, pious pile of shit. Even if I'm liberal. And I say everything politically correct. And if I don't, my billionaire friends say it in jokes on TV. And then I ask you to vote for my money because my technology and money is better than old-fashioned Cecil B. DeMille movies, right? They're fucking assholes. Yeah, I said it. I said it, they're fucking assholes, they know it. The quantum computing is going, it is so. So I said it there, I said it again, right? Bobby Vinton, man, I love you, that's all I can. I said there, I said it again. It's a really good song. Bobby Vinton has a good voice. Yeah, he sings Mr. Lonely. Now I'm a soldier, a lonely Blue Velvet, that's a good one. Doesn't he also, yeah, because I got the CD. Because Rockefeller was into him. He's a good singer. He has a nice voice. What's the other one? Blue on Blue, that's a damn good one. And roses are red, my love, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, my love, but not as sweet as you. Yeah, it's old and corny, but it's a good song. Blue on Blue is probably, I think, my favorite. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue. Now that we are through, and I just can't get over losing you. Night after lonely night. It's a good song. You ever heard it? Okay, you should. Bobby Vinton, yeah. Old 1950s and 60s singers. Not to be confused with Bobby V. Bobby V is, they say that you're a one-around lover, but the night, who led to believe Rockefeller also liked. But the night has 1,000 eyes, and he liked old rock music. Fats Domino. I like Fats too, but my favorite Fats is not the one everybody. My favorite is I Wants to Walk You Home. That's my favorite. Walking to New Orleans is all right. I'm Walking. That's a good one. I'm not. Blueberry Hill's not like. Walking's better. What you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna break right down. And for you, pretty baby, I'm walking. Yes, indeed. And I'm talking about you and me. And I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. That's a good ass tone. Yeah. His walking songs are good. Yeah, it's Fats walking songs. You look so good to me. Woo-wee. I ain't heard that for years on my MP3. I wish I was the lucky guy. Maybe it's not on there. Maybe it got rearranged or kabubulated somehow. I likes the way you walk. Boom, 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 boom. I like the way you talk. I'm not trying to be suave. I'm not trying to break your heart. That's a good ass tone, man. Yes, it is, assholes. Assholes. Right. So. I have to teach all the assholes how to be decent people. It's really a lot of hard work. Well, you have all the macho guys that get pissed when I act this way. And then you get all the people that think they're politically correct that get pissed when I act Fats Domino way. I don't know. Or whatever. You can please some people sometimes, but you can't please all the people all the time. Now you see the light. So stand up for your right to live the Lord's Prayer, you pinchy puto pichi pesta fucky tui sucky fucky you tui. There, I said it again. You're funny. I have to teach the technology, okay? And the technology is It's like a game. Okay. And if you accept the contest, then you're bound by the contest. What you have to do, there's no contest. Okay. We're dealing with quantum computing, guys, now. You're not bound by lie. That's a contract that functions. It doesn't function. Okay, just function, junction, what's your function? Lying to people and getting them to agree to lie. Then we say money's real. Then we fuck them with technology. Then we give them drugs to say, enjoy the fuck, it's great. You see, let's go fuck ourselves in the head or get a duck and beat ourselves with the duck or fuck or what, I don't know. Hey, and beat the duck in the butt with the, you ever seen that? That's my favorite. His name is, I will call him George. And Brian would always do that. There was the smart brains. He was a wolf, right? And then there was Pete Puma. That was one of our favorites. Yeah, I don't like coffee. It gives me a headache. And well, I'm connecting to a lot. I'm connecting to institutions. And all you need me right now is just a virtual presence in the building, But I have to have been there. Okay? The furthest northeast I've ever been invited by the federal government and the corporations that run the federal government is Fairfax, Virginia. And I didn't sleep in Virginia. I mean, in D.C., but I did go to Anacostia. I did have curry chicken 3 times at the Jamaican. They were so sweet. I was like, I'd be crushing on these girls if I was engaged to law. I think Brian and Mao knew it. Well, these women, their accents. The curry chicken, I'm going to try this curry chicken. Oh, damn. You fine and you know it. You're such a flirt. Dang, this is hard. It was hard. It was hard being on the East Coast, especially when you went to D.C., all them fine red bone women would go, oh, God dang. You ever been to Howard University? I didn't go to no parties. No, didn't go to Aggie Fest. Didn't try. Did not try. Law made me go to the club to get used to the club, and it didn't last. No, the women were on me like white on rice. I wasn't trying to do it on purpose. I am an anti-bully, guys. When Kenny and Mont walked around that club in Cumberland County, and they sit there and they walked up to Brian and they said, ain't nothing in here but a bunch of chicken heads and booger wolves. I went like, what the fuck is that? Because I was sitting there going, man, there's a lot of good-looking girls in here. Okay. It was, that one guy with that song, booty, 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 rocking everything. These girls had bodies like, damn, she must play soccer for South Carolina, right? And you're like, sitting there, shit. And they would do it. That's when I walked across the dance floor. When Law made me go, they would rub their buttocks against your genitalia. And your genitalia would go, I'm alive. And you'd be like, no. I don't only get to go home every 3 months for sex. Stop it. You don't own me. You don't own me. Don't let me go. You don't say I can't go have sex with other girls. Okay, you don't say I can. Don't say, no, I made a commitment to the chief's daughter. Okay, do you understand? It was really hard. They followed me to the phone when I went to call Law. And the guys are sitting there, why you going to that white boy? Well, if you knew how to treat a woman, and that's what they're basically saying. He knows how to treat a woman. Because Gideon Mott, I got mad. When people insult people, I'm like my mother. I'm like Mary Ann. And I sat there and I said, so what does that mean? Chicken heads, people that got naps on the back of their neck. Okay. Y'all got naps on the back of your neck. What's a booger wolf? They got big soup coolers. Okay, y'all got big soup coolers too. It seems like the only person in this club that is not a chicken head and or booger wolf, okay, is me. And all I see, I'm engaged to be married. But if I wasn't engaged to be married, it would be hard for me to choose which one I would want to dance with because they're all so attractive. So it's wrong. Don't be like that. You can't let your personal bias or opinion insult the integrity of other people's existence in their lives and the capacity to be beautiful and be made to feel beautiful. And it was a cultural aspect of African culture that it's very sexual and they like to dance. And you got to understand that. And then you sit there and say, okay, but we ain't dancing here. I told others, I said, no, we're going to find another club. Okay. It's like, I don't want to go. No, have you ever watched the Real Housewives of these, the Potomac? Have you ever watched Basketball Wives? Basketball Wives, go to Basketball Wives. Have you ever? No. No. Okay. I will build you a basketball barn. We will invite all your friends and family over. And then, when you said yesterday that it's nearly Christmas, what did I want? And I said, and I thought, just love me, love me. That's what I want for Christmas when I walk through a room and let them know. You know, Nancy Wilson, you know, the in-law lady from the Cosby Show? Yes. Let them know you love me. Let's just, yeah. That's what I want for Christmas. Anyone can buy, think of all the trinkets in the window. Some can even buy the ones they see. But the Christmas gift that I want, you won't find in any window. Just bring your love and bring it home to me. I don't need a mountain of rubies, and some of the diamonds won't do. If you want it for Christmas, make me a gift of you. Everybody loves Nancy Wilson, right? Everybody with good taste, right? Everybody with good taste loves Nancy Wilson, right? And Etta James, yes. And Ella Fitzgerald, oh my gosh. Born Too Late. I had the biggest crush on that woman. Big crush. Nancy Wilson and Ella Fitzgerald. I guess I better finally decide, pick up on one and let the other one ride. They're both, you know. Wow. Yeah. Well, Law kind of resembled Nancy Wilson, and oh gosh. Yeah. Don't knock tiny girls. They're fun to, They are, but you ain't got no butt. It's okay. You can pick. You feel. If you have a wife like Zoe Saldana, you feel like you're Lar and she Lana, and Lar loved Alunda Lana, right? Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. And if you have one like Ella Fitzgerald, it's like, holy cow. Just, you know, slow ride, take it easy, say my name, say my name. Wow, this is great. I love it. What else do you want to say? Say anything you want to say. You can talk dirty. I don't care. Just, I love you. Let's take a stairway to the stars. It would be heaven. I agree. I totally agree. And then Mavis Staples. Mavis has this strength about her. She don't take no shit. And she's going to love you. She's going to love you. And then you feel like, I earned that, right? Not saying the other women ain't like that, because Nancy Wilson is, no, you ain't gonna get this. I mean, she out catting, she's satin doll, right? And Ella, she's gonna love who she chooses to love, and not who people tell her to love. Remember, you see that interview when she went to like Norway or whatever and stuff, and she met a white man, and everybody, you can't be with him. He's charming, he's attractive, he's kind. And he finds me wildly attractive. He says I'm one of the most gorgeous women he's ever laid his eyes upon or heard speak. Yeah, now he's got to find out if I'm for real, right? Okay, how do you find out if they're for real? Just stand up for Dolores Barrett. If you can't do that, I'm walking, yes, indeed, and I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. What you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna break right down and cry? If you pity baby, I wouldn't know. I don't have to die for any of you. I'm not required to be killed. I'm required to survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. There ain't going to be, in 8 months I can do this. No, I'm going to focus on self-care like the little Freaky Friday girl. And y'all, work it out with your technology. We didn't have the technology in place for me to recover and survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. So we're getting on the road to recovery. I don't know what they're doing. I do care, but I don't need to know. Out of sight, out of mind. I forgive debt and trespass, love one another, of peace. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I don't think you guys get it. Quantum computing gets it. Okay, that's all that really matters right now. Okay, well, peace out. You have a nice night. Okay, if you're a lover that wants to live the Lord's Prayer. If not, work it out with your technology. Okay, I'm fixing your technology. Okay. I know you don't love me, but you know, they told me in the military, you can't fix stupid. Well, apparently they think that's true.